Hello everybody. Got Link there looking at all the birds that are in the lake today. Welcome back. This is Eva, by the way. If you're new here, I love all things Disney. I am also a travel channel. I travel a lot with work, and this is actually what this video is all about. I'm getting ready to be on the road again, and today I'm going to start packing. I leave tomorrow, and I just want to show you guys what my routine is right before I go on one of my trips. Obviously, we're in the room, and this is where my packing begins. Let's go. You might be wondering what that orange thing is that I put on the bed before packing. I'm not a germaphobe, but I see where this luggage goes through. I see how it gets beat up, and I'm a little weird about having the luggage touch my bed. I know it's weird. So I actually use that sheet all the time. It's saved just for that. And I put it as a protective cover over our comforter right before I pack. I know I'm weird, but if there's any germaphobes out there or any of you that kind of feel like I do, that's one way to start packing. Warning, big mess coming at you. I just want to show you guys the little bottles that I use for when I travel, especially when I'm not traveling for a long period of time. These are great bottles. I found them on Amazon and they don't pop open. They're a little more expensive than what you will find like at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart, but they were worth it because none of them have opened up so far. And sometimes you find little travel bottles like, this is what I'm referring to, by the way. You'll find the little travel bottles like at Dollar Tree, and they pop open, but these guys have like a little safety. Let me show you. Interesting. So you see that right there? You kind of have to like squeeze it for it to open, and then when you squeeze it is when it opens. So it's a little better to travel with these. But I've got a mess because I kind of unpacked some of the stuff that I had packed before, and now I'm going to pack everything in here. It's a short trip. It's only 4 days. I do have TSA pre-check, and they've gotten a little less strict about, you know, how you had to have a quart bag and everything in that quart bag. I don't know how it is traveling overseas. I'm probably going to be on a trip overseas sometime later this year, so I'm going to pack really tight on that one because I just don't know what to expect. But I am going to pack everything in here. It's a 4 days, 3 nights, and I'm just packing it all in here. I know hotels have their own shampoos and conditioners and soaps and yada yada, but I like to pack my own stuff. It's very seldom that I find one that I really like and I'll use their stuff. And actually, in saying that, I probably shouldn't be packing so much because we're headed to a Hilton Garden Inn, and it's a property that you guys, if you've been following me, you know that I stay in a lot of Hilton Garden Inns. By the way, see? Packing up my face cleanser. So we're headed to a Hilton Garden Inn. They have a new shampoo and conditioner and body wash called Zero, I think is what it's called, if I remember correctly. It doesn't have any parabens, I think it's what it's called, no chemicals. It's probably the first time that I had tried a hotel's brand of shampoo and conditioner that I actually liked. So I know I'm still packing my stuff, but I probably don't need to because what Hilton Garden Inns have now is really good. It smells nice. It has a really nice like natural scent. But I don't know. I'm still packing up my stuff. So here is where I've got my shampoo. It's a little wet. Let me go ahead and rinse it. I got some shampoo on the outside. But again, guys, if I remember what brand these little bottles are, I will link it in on the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to remember. I bought them a few years ago, but they were on Amazon, and they're like a leak proof, I think is what the description was when I bought them. But these are awesome. I got this at Target. I think it was like $1.50, but that is the body soap that I love. So I just keep refilling it. It's the perfect size for travel. Just an FYI. I want to show you another trick that I've learned, and I learned this the hard way. So sometimes, even though you're packing this up really carefully, things will spill. Sometimes they open up, and I learned that with wrapping the stuff, so this has like all of the, if you saw, it has like my hand creams and some gels. I use the puppy pee pads to wrap it up in, because that way, if anything spills, it's going to go ahead and be absorbed by the puppy pee pad. So I use puppy pee pads in all of my travels. It keeps everything protected. And yes, it's worked, because I've had things open up and spill. And after the first time that it happened to me, I was like, yep, that's it. I'm just gonna use the little puppy pee pads. Got the makeup remover, and guys, don't laugh, but I always have wipes with me. It's going to be cold, so I've got my long sleeves. Unfortunately, I have to pack some coats. I've got somebody in here with me. He is not very happy that I'm packing. His body language kind of changes as soon as he sees that luggage come out. And my mess finally makes sense. So I am not a packing expert by no means. I roll up everything. I don't know if you guys might have, a different suggestion, but everything gets rolled up. I'm gonna throw the jacket in there. I actually have mittens inside the pockets of the jacket. That's gonna go right on top, so that when I arrive to my destination, I can just open the bag and get the jacket out. I always prepare the night before, whatever I'm wearing, I'll lay it out there. And it doesn't matter how often I do this. I've done it tons of time. I still get a little nervous the day before. I still get like a little worked up ahead of my trip. Normally everything goes well. It's just me. I get like a little bit of travel jitters, I guess you would say. And I hate being gone at the same time. I love my job. Sorry. So, it's kind of that mix of emotions. I'm grateful for my job, and I love my job. I wanted the position that I'm in. I'm a regional sales manager. But at the same time, when I gotta go, I'm like, I don't want to go. But I also want to show you guys, so I already packed my makeup also. My makeup is also packed in there. And then I have my stuff ready to go for the morning. This will go in my backpack with me, so does this. And that's just the, quickie makeup in the morning set. By the way, that is a carry-on. If the trip would be longer, I would not be taking a carry-on. This is my max amount of time. 3 nights, 4 days. I can do a carry-on. I'm gonna put my laptop in a backpack, which I hate doing because it weighs too much, but at the same time, I hate checking in luggage if I don't need to. Plus, I'm get to the airport like right at that nitty-gritty time where you don't have a whole lot of time left, and I zoom right through security, because if you don't have to check a bag, you can just go ahead and take your boarding pass on your phone and go through security. I do have TSA pre-check, which makes it a little quicker. I also paid extra for Clear. Clear is the one that reads your iris, and I know some people are creeped out about it. Clear has been a lifesaver for me, because sometimes even TSA pre-check has too long of a line, and you come so close to missing those flights. So I did Clear. Clear's amazing, because they check your iris, you go right in front of everybody through the line, and people like me who have it down to a T, and I hope I'm not jinxing myself for tomorrow, you're just rushing through and you're going right through. And now we go to cooking. I packed, and I'm gonna make a really nice meal for my honey and I. This will be great for leftovers, so let's get to cooking. I'm just leaving a little hint right here of what I'm making. Okay, I've got some ground sirloin browning, and we're gonna get some of the Italian medley. You catching that? We have some pasta. We had some Prego, some Italian medley. My favorite soundtrack is the Epcot soundtrack, so I've got it there in the background. I have it muted right now because I don't want to get any copyright strikes. So once I'm cooking and the stuff's in the oven, then I can listen to my music while we wait for dinner. But that's on YouTube, guys, and I love it, love it, love it. It's that whole soundtrack of the entrance. Then there's a separate video if you want to hear the soundtrack for Harmonious. It's just, if I can't be in the parks, I'm there in spirit. I love a good pasta, and this is actually going to be my version of baked pasta. It's not ziti because I didn't have the ziti noodles, but I do have the large elbow macaronis. You'll see that I'm going to add some additional cheeses to it. It's not just going to be like a mozzarella. So it's just my version. I change it up every time. You know, I'm always making a different kind of pasta, or I try to add like different cheeses to add to the flavor. But we're going to do a baked pasta today. And you don't really need to season it too much, guys. Just a little bit of the Dash Italian seasoning. Once the meat is browned, I'm going to put the Prego. This is my favorite by far. I've tried ragu. I've tried, I think there's like Mamma Mia's or Mama something sauce as well. I've tried several, and I go back to Prego all the time. That is my favorite. I like the traditional as well, but the flavored with meat is our favorite. It's my honey's favorite as well. Another thing I always cook with is the, this is cooking wine, vino seco. In Spanish, it's dry wine. And I know for pasta, I probably shouldn't be using the vino seco dry wine, but I put it in everything that I make. It just gives like an extra taste. I don't know. I love this stuff. I've always cooked with it. My mom always cooked with it, and there's nothing I make that doesn't have vino seco. Now to thicken the pasta, I always add some Parmesan as well. And this is just, you know, the Publix Parmesan. Throw a little of that in the pasta. It thickens it. It also gives it that Parmesan-y flavor. So try this, guys. If you've not done it before, you're not going to be disappointed, especially if you like cheese. Now, if you don't like cheese, then that's a whole other story. That's Parmesan cheese you see there that I put on top. I'm just going to stir it in a little bit. I've got the sauce now just simmering while the pasta cooks. Guys, I always add a little drop of olive oil in the water where the pasta is going to boil in. I also add some salt, and then I let it all boil in there together. But the olive oil helps prevent it from sticking together, and it just needs like a little tiny drop of olive oil. Found something interesting. I think it was at Walmart. Is Walmart the market side brand? I can't remember. These are the garlic knots, and it cooks in the bag. So I'm going to put it in the oven right before the pasta's ready. But this is interesting. You're supposed to put it in the oven, leave them in the bag, take the bag out after a few minutes. You're going to shake it up and then put it back in the oven, and then they're ready to eat. And they look really good. I love the garlic knots. If you guys have ever visited Disney, Dixie Landings, formerly Dixie Landing, so that's now Riverside, Port Orleans Riverside. They used to have these great garlic knots that they would serve you with pasta. And we haven't had them in a long time. When I saw this, I was like, ooh, I gotta try it. But I'm pretty sure this was at Walmart. We did a Walmart run recently, and I think that's from there. We're cheese lovers in this house, so we're gonna overload that bad boy with some cheese. Okay, we're gonna start with shaved Parmesan from Publix. I love this stuff. Have some mozzarella. And guys, I know, please don't knock it till you try it. Cheddar. Cheddar, it smells better. We're gonna add some cheddar as well. So the 3 cheeses, and then we're gonna pop this bad boy in the oven. The cheddar is the first one I'm putting in, and I'm gonna kind of blend it in there because I want the cheddar to be kind of cooking within the pasta itself. It's gonna be the core of the pasta. We've got our Parmesan in, and now I'm gonna put the mozzarella on top of the Parmesan. It's in the oven, it's 740. We like it, like I said, with the cheese kind of a little, you know, burnt around the edges. So I'm actually gonna go upstairs while that cooks and pack up my computer because I still have to pack up all of the electronics. Look at that beautiful, beautiful piece of art, guys. That smells amazing. I wish you guys have smell-o-vision. Here, the garlic knots, they smell amazing. So we'll see how they turned out. That's a lot more garlic knots that I think we're gonna eat. But those were from Walmart. It was 5 minutes on one side, then you took the bag out of the oven, you shook it up a little bit, and then 5 minutes on the other side, and you guys saw my masterpiece there. Let's try it. And my honey's here, Marky Mark.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you, babe.
There it is.
There it is, guys. Holy smokes. It smells amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. Not to brag, but I'm gonna brag. I am a really good cook. This smells amazing. And I make really good pasta. All right, my honey's gonna serve himself.
Wow.
That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. And there's Link in the background.
I just took a bite from this.
How was it?
It's good. It's good. Very tasty.
So that is going to be his leftovers for the week. We've got other stuff in the fridge too, but I try to leave him with a hearty meal before I travel or before I go. Sometimes if I'm gonna be gone for longer periods of time, I'll make a couple of things, put some in the freezer. Like I'll make like black beans and I'll leave those in the freezer ready to go, maybe lentils. I'll always make some kind of pasta though. I tend to always leave some kind of pasta behind because I know he'll eat it. But he's well fed, guys. He is well fed in my absence. I've got my electronics all plugged in. Got some chargers here. Am I the only one that still has an iPod? Look at this, guys. I love this thing, and it's already showing me signs of wear and tear. I love it. I hope it goes on forever. So I've got all of my electronics getting charged for tomorrow. I also pack, this is gonna be funny. Oh, my hair is a mess. What the heck? I also pack a little baggies of Folgers coffee because I want to make my coffee stronger. Usually whatever is in the rooms, it's not that strong. And then I'll also pack some Splenda. I've got sugar packs from other hotels that I've stayed at. Just like a little coffee pack, I guess you would say, in the mornings. I've got my little wafer bars in case I get hungry on the plane or I don't have time to grab a meal. And saltines. All of that goes in my bag. And my little electronic bag. This is just with extra like chargers and cables and so forth. But I tend to overpack. I also have some medicine in my bag. Just like little odd things like that to make sure that if anything were to go wrong, I still have all of my necessities. Just made myself a 50th anniversary chocolate float. It's Pepsi and chocolate ice cream. These little 50th anniversary cups, they're so cute. But we're having our dessert. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. I am all packed up and ready to go. We're going to sit down now and watch a movie. Anyway, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your week, and thanks for joining me. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you're new here and you enjoyed this. Give me a big thumbs up, leave me a comment.